Test. Test. Why? Hello there. Welcome to assembly. You know what? And it's, as we're speaking, I am glad to have you here with me this week for another mob coding session. Whew, man. Whew, I know how you feel. We've been coding this for 22 days and it feels like it's never going to end. But I assure you, we're going to get this project done. You and me, we're going to make sure that we get this bot up the ladder and we'll win. We, but let's get the niceties out of the way. What we're doing? We're doing mob programming, and mob programming is essentially pair programming. And if what is pair programming, you're saying? Pair programming is where there are multiple people's hands on the wheels for the bot. We have your pilot and you have your navigator. So pilot will direct what's happening. They'll like code it directly, and the navigator will navigate. They'll make sure we're going in the right direction. And so why is it called mob programming? Because you guys at home, if you're not part of our membership, will be the mob. And so we're going to be like pilot, navigator, mob. You guys will do backseat coding and say, hey, by the way, you may miss this. Hey, this code is actually not going to work. You're going to need to refactor that. Hey, you know what? I think your logic might need a little bit looked. Or you know what? Best thing and the easiest thing is, hey, you know what? You missed that variable is wrong. You misspelled your variable, which is probably the easiest thing, and that happens all the time. So that's what the mob is. You guys are in the mob. We're going to code together and we get this project done. And I guess if this is your first time here, I'm Drekken, and I here run Versus AI. We're now Versus AI, previously known as the Probots, but Probots is our core tournament that all the bot authors who want to be the best bot authors, the GSL of bot making, that is the name of the tournament. But now we are Versus AI, and I am the organizer slash community leader, whatever you want to call it. And I'm here to code with you. So why are we doing mob programming over regular, say, just programming? Because, hey, coding can be a lonely thing, and we're going to do this together because why not? It can be a little intimidating, I think, to start a bot on your own. So we do mob programming so that you don't feel like you're by yourself. All right, let's maybe pull up the coding thing. All right, so we got our coding page up. Actually, while we're on here, this is a good time for me to make sure our chat. So if you're in the chat right now, I actually want you to say something in the chat so that I can make sure my chat box is correctly there. It sounds funny, but I have a chat box and I don't actually know. Ooh, geez. See what I mean? My chat box is actually going a little wild right now. And so I need to make sure my chat box is going to show up. All right, I'm going to actually have to, we're going to do it live, guys. So you guys in the chat, I need you to type so that I can do this chat box thing to make sure this chat box is going to actually do. Oh, I see the word something. Thank you. Thank you, Thumb. Keep, let me get my something in there. Let me get this little chat box proper. We're going to do it live. We're not going to, oh. Oh my God, my chat box has gone crazy. Oh, I see text. But where's my, oh, there's the chat. Okay, so the chat is now underneath me where it should be. But now my chat box has gone wild and gone to do its own thing. So we're keep talking. You know, we're gonna get our coding music up. Oh, I don't know where that just went. Someone else keep saying something. Someone say something. Don't stop. I'll get the coding music going while we fix this, so it's not just me talking into the void. Meanwhile, we'll figure out what happened to my chat box. Oh, there's something. There's more text. It's Thumb DM. Chat box. Why is my chat box going on its own? Perfect, guys. You guys are helping me out to get my chat box set properly. You guys are the best because my chat box is just doing its own thing. This will be the first and maybe the only time I'll tell you to spam my channel. All right, I can't tell if it's some of these boxes. Okay, so my actual chat background thingy. Can I just reset this? Reset transformation. All right. So if you're watching this later on the VOD, you'd be like, what is Draken doing? Why is he doing these things? And that's because making things work on stream is hard. Normally Probots Probots has a team of people who work on Probots together. Oh, there's someone's text. Perfect. I actually apologize because I'm actually not reading the text. I'm just looking at the text to make sure it goes where it's supposed to. So you'll have to forgive me if I'm not responding specifically to text because I'm like, I actually need to. Okay, now I'm gonna add this to a group. Okay, I'm actually not gonna do the group right now. I'm just gonna leave it is. It looks like it's working. Okay. All right, chat box is done. Let's see. Okay, let's see what's going on. Hello, Rione, Thom, Dyson. All right, guys, we're here. All right, so let's turn down that music a bit so that it's just like not super loud. Okay. All right, no free pizza. Oh well, I know, Thom, no free pizza. Okay. So we got my chat. My chat's working. Chat's good. We're good to go. And so I sent messages to both MindMe and to Dogtato, who are also co-coding with me. And you might ask yourself, how do I join? And the answer is !join. Oh, is this? Hold on. All right, guys. Quick emergency. So actually, my URLs all changed. I just realized this bot is now shooting out the wrong URLs. Now, mind you, I have redirects, so it's not the worst thing around world because those redirects will go to where they're supposed to go eventually. But it's no longer probotsai.com/join. It's now versusai.com/join. Sorry. Oh, snap. It's versusai.net. No, I gave away the wrong URL. Don't go to versusai.com. I don't know where it goes. I do not recommend going to a random URL. And I would never send you to somewhere where that you would be. I wouldn't send you somewhere I didn't know where I was sending you. So don't go to versusai.com. I don't know where that is, but versusai.net. And I'm going to actually quickly change these URLs so that even our GitHub is done, different, not done. Our GitHub is now verse-ai. Okay, so now I updated our GitHub, and then I'm going to update. I'm doing it live, guys. I'm doing it live. versusai.net. Okay, so that is now updated. Okay, I won't update anything else right now. Everything else should be good. Okay. All right, so yes, versusai.net/join. Reason why you want to join up with our membership, I will work with you to help you build a bot. That's it. We're gonna work the purpose I want to build this membership is to help those who if you want to build a bot, I want to help you build a bot. I want to help you build an AI. And I want to build a membership around that. Just last week, we had the Frost Giant gameplay engineer talk about his journey from building an AI to working to Frost Giant. There's a lot in between. It wasn't like a straight path or anything, but like he worked on his AI to help him brush up on his skills, keep good, and now he's working on the bots in Stormgate. So it was good. It was a good interview. You know, yeah, Tom is right. The best environment is indeed production. Oh God, how did I go from not being a coder to like essentially doing everything that coders do and then some? Okay, so since we haven't had our guys join us up yet, we're gonna do a bit cleaning up the code. I actually have some stuff from Rasper that he has given me to do in thing, and we can do that together. He gave me some stuff to do. He gave me features, but I'm not gonna do that. Oh, I can switch. Oh my gosh, guys! I wish we could go over this today. You can switch build orders on the fly. God bless you, Rasper. Rasper, you are the best. Oh man. Okay, so it's not an error. He says to me, it's not an error directly going on with it's not an error going on with Eris framework. It's with Skippy. So this actually might be something to do with my own architecture. You can try uninstalling it, reinstalling it, just setting up the same way through Skippy. So we might need to try to uninstall Skippy from here and then try to reinstall it. Skippy is actually dependency on Bernie SE2. Ares makes use of it whenever the version gets installed. You can try nuking your poetry environment and setting it up again, and that will reinstall Skippy. So you're gonna get a chance. We're actually gonna set up poetry and probably try that just because I wanted to stop crashing. So let's see if we can fix that crash. I want to get the chat up so that I have you guys up while I'm doing this, and we'll get this done with a little bit of cleanup, and then we'll work on the last of our bot features. So let's see if we can get Skippy cleaned up. Let's actually get my bot because I don't want to, just in case I screw up, or no, my AI, just in case I screw up anything. And let's just say to the AI, I need to nuke my environment. So what do I need to do? I need to nuke poetry. Try nuking your poetry environment and setting up again. That will install Skippy. Jeez. Okay. Well, I don't know. How do I want to do this? Maybe what's the cleanest way? What's the cleanest way to nuke my poetry environment and reinstall it? I don't know, because I don't want to really. Okay, if I just remove, remove remove the project to ML file, optional but recommended to start from scratch. Recreate project to ML. Follow set up project. We add Eris SE2. Poetry lock. Poetry install. Okay, that doesn't seem to. That's nothing out of the ordinary. I think I can get this. Let's try this. Okay, guys, I'm gonna nuke my poetry, and then hopefully we'll be able to bring back. Yeah. Dyson says, I've been working on build order system myself this week. You're working in Ruby. You're working in Ruby, aren't you? If I remember correctly. Okay, let's nuke poetry. All right, insert to terminal. Let's do it. Oh. Poetry, no virtual environment provided. Am I not in? You know what? I just realized something too. I don't think my something's not installed as well, because I also noticed my my Python SEs2 stuff is not working too. So let's actually try to quick fix this. Can we see if we can quick fix it? Select our interpreter. Which interpreter are we using? Let's do this one. That didn't quite fix it. But am I able to remove my... Okay. I just remove poetry altogether? Okay, let me see. Was it Control P? Is it Interpreter again? No. Is it... I haven't done this in a bit. Is it Control Shift P? Aha! Interpreter? Interpreter. Python Select Interpreter. Python 3, Python 3, Poetry. So this one, perhaps? All right. Oh, it's back. Oh, okay, that's good news. That's back. That's great. Okay. And now let's see if we can nuke poetry. That didn't work. Okay. So I restored my Python, which is good news. So Python SE2 is restored. But Rasper says I should nuke Python. I mean, I should nuke poetry. And I think I have not... Let's ask my AI. Can you check terminal for me? Last command. Not finding poetry. Yes, I don't memorize these things. Don't worry. Check if you have a poetry log file in your current directory. Okay, let's look up the direction. Insert to terminal. There's a poetry lock in here. Try removing the poetry environment using the following command. Poetry environment remove Python. I don't know if I like that idea. This command tells poetry to remove the environment associated with the Python interpreter. If you're looking to have issues deleting the poetry log file manually. These are one of those things where you're like, am I going to cook up my environment? Whatever, we'll find out, guys. We're doing it live. Oh, deleted. Okay. Okay, we deleted the environment. That's done. Then, let's remove the... So we did that already. I think that already removes poetry lock manually, so I don't have to do that. Remove poetry terminal file, optional, but we're recommended to start from scratch. Let's do that. I just want to remove that. I think that worked. And then recreate the poetry. Let's do that. This command will guide you through creating project terminal config. Project name AngularBot. Sure. I was going. Is it doing each piece one by one? That is not my act. Oh, that is mine. Okay. And to skip. Oh, it's doing everything. Okay. Would you like to define your main dependencies interactively? Sure, why not? We can specify a package of the following forms. Package to add or search. I think we'll just leave blank. That's fine. Would you like to define your development dependencies interactively? No. Okay, sure. Package to add, search, skip, blank. Okay. You want to confirm generation? Yeah, sure, go ahead. Okay. Yeah, see, I lost it again. So I kind of knew that was going to happen, but let's bring back Eris Poetry, Eris SE2. Could not find a matching version of Eris SE2. Uh-oh. Okay, what did you guys been fixing issues on my bot for weeks? As an example of not finishing building if a worker gets killed. Also been enjoying watching it win from the top bots in the preseasons. Really awesome to see. I'm running directly from Python. Should I use poetry? If Pablo, if you are, this is the Eris framework. So you only need poetry if you are using the Eris framework. And if you're just using Bernie SE2, you can just use you can just run from your Python interpreter, and there's no sweat off of that. You're good to go. Poetry specifically using Eris SE2. But good news is I may have already screwed up my Eris, so don't worry about it. Oh, what happened to my music? Rude. Oh, I know why. Because of Discord. Okay. Let me go quickly pull up the Eris. Let me find out the Eris framework installation, and we will actually try to reinstall Eris's stuff from the beginning, and hopefully that won't give me too much trouble. I know. I feel like I should have done this ahead of time, but let's see if we can get Eris running back. Or actually, what interpreters do we have? Python interpreter. I mean, that one still seems fine. Eris. Sorry guys, I'm pulling it up on my phone. I'm gonna pull up the Eris framework on my phone, and then I'm gonna try to reinstall this poetry. Oops. That was not the right link. Okay, so let's try poetry install. Installing dependencies from lock file, change significantly since poetry lock was last generated. Run poetry lock, no update to fix the lock file. The project terminal changed significantly since the. Gee, what if we did this? I'm gonna actually restore the old one. I'm gonna actually discard these changes. Okay. Because I do want to. Let's actually remove the poetry lock. Let's remove poetry lock. And then move the poetry tool. Let's remove this too. And then let's reinstall poetry. Poetry could not find the project terminal file. Yeah, okay. What do I want to do? Do I want to? Okay, let's keep the project TOML file, and I'm going to restore this file, and then I'm going to just reinstall poetry, and then call it. Let's just try to reinstall poetry. All right. While that's installing, let's see what we're talking about in the chat. Okay, so Pablo asks, what can Eris do for me? So I don't know what's the best way. Let me just, can I drop the Eris? Can someone go and drop the Eris framework into the oh wait, maybe you guys can't. Sorry, because you're not access that to thing. Okay. I mean, it does seem like progress, doesn't it? Okay. It seems to be working. Okay. So I reinstalled poetry. I don't know if Skippy, like, is gonna be without problems. So we will still go as we had done before. I'm gonna try to get my interpreter back. So control Python interpreter. Let's see if we can actually just get this bot to realize. Select different interpreter. I generally don't want to use my global. Let's try again. Control Shift P. Select interpreter. Let's go back to the poetry one to see if that will just get it to. There we go. It's back. Perfect. Okay. Easy peasy, we got this back. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so last time we left off, to do for PM increase the sensitivity of the enemy being close to the pylon. We're not working on that today. So, Our core thing today is actually dealing with what happens when the enemy is not. Oh, we should run it. We should actually run to make sure this works before we get started. We're almost done, everybody. We're almost done. Man, I did a lot of different. Is it just poetry run? I can never remember. Is it just poetry run? Yeah, poetry run python run.py. That's what I thought. All right, poetry run python run.py. Uh-oh. Wait, did I spell python wrong? I did. That's why. I was like, what? What happened? Did I spell python wrong? Python? No, I didn't. Then, uh-oh. Or did I? Oh, maybe I did. Okay. All right, I did. Oh, I did spell right. I got the TH and HT backwards. All right. So we're launched. Uh-oh. What's this? Error? Oh, why is... Yes, Python did indeed have a sudden name change. Why is this still black all over? Okay, let's see if we can first move that to the side so it's not on top of my face. All right, let's see if we can figure out why the game is... Let's close the game and start again. Let's try this again. Run. See if we can get this going again. So one of the two things I'm hoping for, obviously on top of assembly. Oh, we got this going. So it looks like we didn't solve the problem. Looks like we did not solve the problem. Actually, while I'm on here, let me make sure we have the right window. Make sure you guys can see the right window. All right, good. We have the right window up. Okay, well, that's our bot, and it's frozen. And as we can see, there's an error at the bottom. So we actually have to do a bit of troubleshooting. This might be I thought we were going to work on this, but let's actually solve for the bots. Yeah. That AI came and attacked me. Came in hard. Okay, so maybe we'll use an AI to help us solve this problem. Okay. Can you look at terminal? Last command. What error do you see? Okay. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so it knows that for context. Encountering is the value error caused by floating point in Skippy, partial key tree. Okay, so I was told that my Skippy needs to be reinstalled. What's the best way to do that without messing up my environment. Probably don't even need to add that last part, but I like to talk to my bot like I would talk to a person. Or my AI. Poetry shell. First, make sure you are in the correct environment where you want to install Skippy. If you're using Poetry, you can activate the environment using the following command. Poetry shell. Next, you can uninstall Skippy package. Uninstall, and then add Skippy again. It might actually be pronounced Sipey, and I just call it Skippy, and that might be wrong. Yeah, so it is, Dyson, you're correct. It is, no, that's what's happening, but it's actually something with, I'm gonna call it Skippy. I'm gonna keep calling it Skippy. So we've got a problem with Skippy, and then we're gonna have to, Rasper took a look at it, and he said there was something wrong with it, but it's specifically to my environment, he says. So, that's his hypothesis. That's his hypothesis. We actually don't know if that's true, but he says he can't recreate it on his own machine. And truth be told, it's only happened on my Linux machine. So I am apt to believe that it is my machine specifically. And I don't know. I could actually ask ChatGPT, and I have a feeling ChatGPT might know better than Codium, but we're going to actually, oh, you know what? Let's switch from the base model to GPT 4.0. Wait, which one's better? Mini or 4.0? Wait, 01? Is it 01 is the best one now, isn't it? 01 is the best one, if I remember correctly. Okay, can we maybe, let's ask him that again. Now that we have 01 turned on. What did Rasper say specifically? You could try uninstalling it or reinstalling it. It might just set up the same way though. Skippy is actually a dependency of Burning SC2. Eris makes use of whenever it gets installed with that. You can try nuking your Poetry environment and setting it up again. That will reinstall Skippy. Skippy? Oh, he gave me this. What is this? So Poetry, okay, let's try this. So he gave me some commands. So let's try the commands that Rasper gave me. Let's see if these are any good. She's like this. He said, Poetry environment list. And then he said, remove. So he said do this, and then he said do that, environment remove, and then it is remove. So I guess actually it's this. Control SC, Control Shift V. Let me see if before I do this, let me make sure there was no warnings. If he didn't warn me to do something. And I asked him, this won't damage my bot. It won't touch any of your code. Okay. Okay, let's try this. Let's see what happens. Okay. That deleted it. Question is now, oh, hi Magnif. I didn't drop your name, but typical like last coding words. It worked on my machine, so yes. I'm going to sleep soon, so have a good one all. Good luck with the problem. Bye, Thumb. Okay. So. I deleted my virtual environment. I'm going to double check if this is okay. Reset. Okay. Oh, it's thinking. Did I break it? Uh-oh. Is it because I switched? Let's try this again. I'm gonna ask it about what happened. So terminal, last command, deleted my environment. to reinstall. Let's double check. I think I just go poetry install. Should be maybe fine. Let's double check. Let's just do poetry install. It looks like it reinstalled Skippy in there. Yeah, so it did reinstall Skippy in there. So maybe we should be fine. Let's double check to make sure I have... oh, I have to choose the interpreter. So we have to choose the interpreter again. Control-Shift-P. Select interpreter. Let's select the global and then go back. Control-Shift, select interpreter. Go back to that one. And it's back. Okay, let's try this again. Let's run. Let's run the code. All right, let's see. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, nothing. It's good. It's all good. All good in the neighborhood. If this is good, if this works, we'll move on. Because I think that might be okay. Let's find out if our bot responds. Ah, it's moving. Is it fixed? I cannot tell you, but it looks fixed. Like, it looks fixed. Like, it looks kind of fixed, don't it? It looks fixed. It looks fixed. I think we fixed it. I mean, it looks fixed to me. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. So it looks kind of fixed. I mean, it looks fixed. So let's run it again, just in case. Let's run it. Let's run it again. Make sure we got no problems. Like, the good news is, though, even if it wasn't, like, assuming that the problem was localized, if I ran it on the ladder, it probably wouldn't have that problem, but we'll run it one more time, and then we will go on to what happens if if the enemy doesn't move. If the enemy doesn't move, our bot will now go somewhere else. We'll be attacking. Oh, looks like it's working again. There, yep, they're going to line up again. I mean, functionally, it looks like we actually have... Look at that. Okay. I think it is. Let's actually make sure we upload this. Okay, we'll say reinstalled errors, even though it's not necessarily related to this particular commit, but let's upload those changes. I will actually, just for good measure, we'll run it one more time, and then we'll get started. I will need, for my next setup, we'll need to look at the run file. We'll need to dig in the run file. Hopefully we left the code for the other bot in here. And then we'll, so it's the same side. I actually wanted to see one side that wasn't the same side, but working is working, I guess. Ah. Why isn't he not stepping back? He's stepping back. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. That was weird. Okay, that was a tied game. Not necessarily something I expect, but a little silly. Okay, anyways, let's get some stuff done. Where is that code for that other bot that we built? The bot that doesn't move. I thought we just built it right in here, didn't we? Where is this? So we have defend bot. Here he is, defend bot. So he's turned off right now. So how do I need to make sure we load up defend bot first. I need to turn back on defend bot. How does this load up again? I'm trying to remember, how do we load up defend bot? Because I have to make sure that defend bot gets... Oh, we have dummy bot and then we have defend bot. So if double check that dummy bot is a different class here. So dummy bot and then we have defend bot. So if we just change this, should hopefully be able to let us do defend bot. Oh, okay. Does this need to be turned on? I don't think so. Okay, let's just see if defend bot turns on instead of dummy bot. Hopefully defend bot turns on and without incident. Without incident. Let's find out. That does not look like defend bot to me. Oh, it is defend bot. Well, that's right. Okay. All right, so defend bot is doing what he's supposed to be doing. So we got defend bot. Switch to the other one so we can see what's going on with my... Okay, so did he just go on his own? Okay, so this code needs to get fixed. So yeah, whenever something is not, whenever they're not doing, they're doing something here, and that's not right. So let's go take a look and see if we can find that code. What happens when they are, when they're not, so what happens? It's like 30 seconds? Yeah, so if not self melee combat started and self.time is over 30 seconds, self launch start true attack, if full attack, or false if. You know what, I'm gonna just get it, just explain this. I just wanna make sure. Instead of trying to rework my own logic, I'm just gonna get you to just explain my logic to me. Or what if how do I just wait? If I just go like that and this go, this is not in a method, but explain. Will it just explain what I have copied? I hope so. Oh, that's not what I wanted you to explain. What if I do this then? Control I? Nope, it's not. That's not Control I. What is the editor command? Is it Control L? Nope, it was not that. What is it again to call? It's not Control I? Oh, it is. Sorry, it is here. Okay. Explain? Explain? Oh, didn't do anything. Oh, it is doing something. Oh, I didn't want you to do that, my friend. Okay. We're going a little... How do I reject this again? Alt-R. Here's Control-I. It's a good time for me to figure this out, because even though I could just do it here, what does this do? Diff? Code context items. Can I just do like what I have selected? Main, dummy, Angular bot on step. Selected. Code context items. Files, directories, repositories, terminals, diff. What does diff do? I don't know what that does. Code context items. That's what I have, the code I have selected. Okay, none of that seems to work. I guess I can just be on step. On step. Explain. And then go explain. Is explain a thing? Explain? Nope. Do I have to go slash explain? Oh, slash explain. Slash explain. A code snippet, concept, or part of your code base. It's good for me to get to know how to use this. This is faster, hopefully. Slash explain. On step, I guess. I don't think that's what I wanted to do, but let's find out. I think it's going to try to explain the whole on step. Yeah, I thought so. I didn't want you to do that. Oh, it's still trying to do the poetry thing. I need to clear this. Can I go like a new conversation? There we go. Let's try that again. Because I think the context is all messed up. Slash explain. How do I add a snippet of code to your context? Are you smart enough to tell me how to use you? Adding a snippet to your message helps me. To ensure the code is formatted correctly, easily read code blocks, you can also use the triple. Oh, I don't want to do that. Along with code snippets, include a brief description of what code. Oh, I don't want to just like. I guess I could do that. It seems a little inefficient though. To copy and paste it in there. Oh, here we go. That's what I wanted you to do. Weird. This code snippet determines the current target rank. Okay, for a bot, likely StarCraft 2, blah, blah, blah. If melee hasn't started and 30 seconds have passed, the bot will launch a late attack from either a defensive position or by circling around. That's what it's supposed to do. If in defense mode and a pylon is present, the bot will defend the pylon. If it's in time for a full attack where the enemy has no supply and melee combat has started, the bot will attack the enemy's starting location. Otherwise, the bot will default to the attack position. Okay. So, set coordinate of an army to go around if launch attack is true. Okay, that's where we are now. So, if melee map combat has started and self-time is greater than 30, late launch equals true. Then we say if full attack or self-defense position. So if full attack or self-defense position, we set the self-full attack to true. Else the current target is the enemy's starting location. Else the current target range is the enemy's starting location. So this is when we do full attack. That's when we're like, okay, we're gonna do full attack. Else should circle around to attack now. Else and then else if defense mode and self pylon. So this still works. This is fine. And then if this is not if we're not doing defense mode here, then we're doing this. So else if full attack or enemy supply equals 0. You know what? Let's do some print statements. So let's see what it's doing. Let's find out what it's doing. Let's go print F. Whoop. Sure, let's do that. And then if this is triggered, let's go print we'll say should circle to attack now. And then we'll say if this one's triggered, we'll say print changing to defense. Oh, I already have prints here. That's good. We just have to turn on these prints. And then turn on this print. Okay. And then I just have to remember what this is doing. And then, yeah, let's try this. Let's see what happens. Let's see what this bot's doing. Let's see. All right, we'll find out what this bot is doing. Let's oh. That's weird. He didn't do what he's supposed to do here. He didn't set up in his format. Okay, so now he's gone and done something else. Okay, I think that's enough. Let's find out what he did. Let's go read the... So, okay, so what did it do? Should circle around to attack now. Okay. So should circle around to attack now. So it went and did this. Okay, that's good. Oh, I already had these print statements. What I don't know is if... What I don't know is if this is okay, so let's do this. So we'll say else in here. This is gonna look a little messy, but like say we'll say else. So we'll go if map equals EMA, then we do this. Else, so else, then we'll go self dot current target. Let's pick some random targets right now for now. And then we'll say no. So let's say in here we'll go okay. Should circle around attack now, EMA, and then we'll say print PM, and then we should have at least an idea to make sure it's getting it to the right spot. And then we'll set PM to the top left-hand corner of the map. So what we'll do is once we get this, we'll set the coordinates for question is though, what if it's on the right side? If it starts on the right side. Okay, so let's say they're here. Seconds should go by, and now they're trying to go to the center of the map. Good. What we want them to do is actually go up here. What we want them to do is try to go. Can we path them? So we're going to want to path them up here. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to path them up. Do we want to? So I think if we just give them, set them, so set current target. Control current targets. I feel like if we use other parts of Ares though, we could actually get away with some. Do we want to use it? If we want to look at the can I look at the document? If I look at the documentation, can I show that to you guys? The documentation as well. Because I would like to look through some of this, the Ares documentation, and I wonder if we can get away with some. So I'm thinking, what if we go path unit to target? While keeping the unit safe. If we do that, we could. Yeah, we could path the unit to target. Okay, because that's what we'd want to do. So let's say, yeah, because we don't want them to encounter it. So what we'll do is we'll need to change something. this could be a little janky, I think, but let's go to how we control our units. So if melee, so all units are doing this. So for squad and squad, close ground enemy units. Da, 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 da. So if range, if close ground enemy units. For units in range, do da da da. Keep units safe. Else do a move ground. So we actually might want to do if. Yeah. Okay. So let's try this. We'll actually do an if statement that is based off of here. That says if. Oh, this is an if statement based off of. Okay. So if self full attack. So it's like if not self full attack. Or do we, okay, if we want to go if self full attack. So if self full attack. This is like if self full attack. Da, da, da. So this goes if not self melee combat started and self time is greater than 30. It goes okay. We have to work through this logic because what let me talk it through so you get what I'm trying to do. So I'm thinking if we set the property to the same conditions as this condition, like these if statements, down where we control our units, and then we say, okay, if it's not that property, do path to target. We're gonna be doing path unit to target. If it's doing full attack, do path to target. If it's not doing full attack, then you should be doing what you regularly should be doing. So we go if self full attack. So we go if melee combat started. Why did I call it this? That's so annoying. Oh, so basically it's saying if, okay, so it's this if no units have, if we haven't started fighting. So I can just use this. So we go if not self combat started. If not self combat started, use path to target. But if combat has started, because if this is not true, if this is not true, none of this is true. So if we haven't started fighting, what triggers this, by the way? What triggers melee combat started? Is that just like we see an enemy? Yeah, if we see an enemy unit. So, oh, but then, okay, that's fine, I think, because, yes, we don't want to see the enemy. We also don't want the enemy. That's tricky because this is based off of if we see the enemy. If the enemy doesn't exist, period. Which is not kind of what I want. Oh, I need to. Not kind of what I want. I actually want it to be if the enemy hasn't done any damage to us. How can I do this better then? Because I don't want it that if we automatically see the enemy, it triggers. Instead, I want it to be like, what if I say if combat has started and no close enemy? No. That's not good. Because melee combat started is triggered by seeing the enemy. So as soon as we see the enemy, melee combat has started. Actually, I don't even like this as, I'm gonna actually get rid of melee combat started. and just say combat started, because I don't like it being called that. What's this? Hold on. Oh, hold on. Because here we check, we run the check. If melee combat started, return true. If we're on the map, oh, we do have something for this. Hold on. This is something else. So BMA, so if it's on BMA, but this is PM. So on BMA, it checks if, yeah, on BMA, it checks if the shields have been damaged. It checks essentially if the, oh, I know why it's called melee, because the zealots are the first to get damage, and they're first to see something. I see why I called it, instead of just like combat has started. It probably would have been better to just call it combat started. But now I see now. So it's like, okay. It checks if the shields have been damaged, only if it's BMA. What if I did something similar and just said, else, if shields have been damaged, return true. What if I did this? What if I said, only check if the shields have been damaged? Can we try this? Let's see this. So let's say, do this. And then return true. Will that mess up my logic? I don't know. I feel like this checks if they're on high ground, and that does something else. And that's okay, so let's try this. We'll say if shields are damaged, will return true. That means combat has started. Which means now we can go back to, let's go back to where this gets called. So if they're enemy units, I see, okay. So if we see enemy units, then that's what happens, okay. Okay, I get it. I see now what happens. So we're like, okay, if enemy units, if we see enemy units, this begins. We check the total supply. We start putting the enemy units into our supply. Yep, I remember now. And then we run this method, which checks if these conditions happen. If it's on BMA, it checks if we've taken damage, and then it checks if the enemy's on the high ground, either which way. If we're on PM, we can just check if we've taken damage. If we've taken damage, then combat has started. Yeah, I like that. All right, let's go with this. This works. This works now. What I had in mind works. So then, okay. So then it does that. And then let's say it's true. If it's true, then wait. If self-melee combat started, return true. What actually triggers the started? Is it when it just runs true? Oh, if it runs, okay. Oh, if it's true, okay, if it started, then it won't just run true all the time. I see, okay. What actually starts the combat, though? Is it when we run it to check? Itself combat starts true. When this returns true, then this becomes true. Got it, okay. So melee combat has started, then it's true. And then when it's true, then that's when the magic happens. So then we're like, okay, self-melee combat is started. So then we can actually use this back at our, so this can be used now in our units. And we'll say like this. And we'll say, okay, in range, if it's ranged, if self.melee Actually, if not self.melee started, that is not correct. Don't do that. So if it's not, melee has not started. And this will be else if, because you can only do this if this one is false. And then we'll go how do we want to do this? Do we want to do a group maneuver? Yeah, let's do a group maneuver. So we'll say if not, so if not self.melee combat started, we'll just do a group maneuver. There's no need to do a separate, so we'll go group, maneuver, add, is it path group to unit? Path group to target. I don't have a target for you yet. I don't know what I'm gonna call this target yet, but let's just say, let's do squad tags, current range target. I'll figure out what that target is in a sec. Okay, so it's like, if not self-melee combat started. So, if that hasn't started, oh, this is, okay. I have to do this, it has to be this, and self.time. Is it game info time? How does it go again? Self.game info? Game info dot time? Game info dot time? Yeah, I think that's right. It kind of seems right, but I'm not 100% sure if that's right. Let's say, okay, let's say 30. Where did I have that already? Oh, it's it is self.time. It's self.time. So self.time. Self.time is less than 30. So if not combat started and self.time under 30, I mean, do I need to do that actually? Probably. No, hold on. No, hold on. I guess it has to be over 30, right? If not self-melee combat started, so if the combat start hasn't started and the time is over 30, I can actually probably say if it's over 30 seconds. If it's past 30 seconds, no, that might screw up. Yeah, that might screw up. So let's do this. If not self-melee combat started and it's greater than 30 seconds. What do I have here? Oh, it's supposed to be greater than 30 seconds. Okay, so that's right too. Good. All right, so if not self-melee combat started and the time is over 30 seconds, you're gonna want to path the group to target. We'll have to make sure we add a target for it for a second. So let's do the same thing for the melee because they want to go together. And we're gonna go, okay, if melee, if not self-melee combat started. Wait, what's this here? If not melee self-combat started, which is true. If late launch attack. So if we have late launch attack, so if it's doing late launch attack. So let me just run this through my brain right now. So it's like, okay, if melee, and then if not self-combat starts, so if the self.combat has not started, if we have self-late launch attack, then it's doing the melee here. Else, it's going through each one and it's like setting them up properly. Could I go if self-late launch attack, else What if I did, okay. What if I said if late launch attack, could I just go something like if over 30 seconds? So for like, if self-death time is over 30. So if not self melee. So if not self melee combat has started. So if the melee combat hasn't started and the time is over 30, what's going on here? How do I want to do this? Maybe I should be doing else if statements here. Hold on. So we're like, if self.time is over 30. No, there must be an easier way for this. We go, if self.time is over 30. If it's over 30, then move somewhere else. Else if it's not under 30 and self-launch, okay, what if I did this? And then I'm like, else if. Yeah, okay, so we can do this. We can do else if on this. No. Else if. So then we'll do this. We'll just go, because if it's over 30 seconds and self not melee combat is not set thing, we'll go group maneuver add, path group to target, correct, group melee, squads, current target. But if this is not true, so let's say it's less than 30, it'll do this. It'll check for this. And if this is not true, then it'll go to this. Okay, I think that logic tracks in my mind, and I feel like this makes sense. So now I can just pass the target. So this is current target and current target range. Current target and current target range. Okay, this makes sense. So if I change their targets now, and then I'm like, okay, what happens? We're like, okay, what happens when we're like, okay, if not self melee, Okay, so we go. If it's BMA, it just goes and drops in there, right? But oh snap! Am I messing up with my maps too? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Do I have to be map specific? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did I take the maps into consider? Is it not better to attack based on own supply? Well, we already set it up so that it's based off of the enemy's supply. So if the enemy is, so we have a couple conditions. So one condition is if the enemy hasn't come and attacked us, period. So if we've not seen the enemy at all, that means the enemy is being defensive. The other condition is if the enemy is, if the enemy is gone. So if the enemy is completely dead. So the supply of the enemy hits 0, we attack their base. What's the other condition? So we have full-time attack is if the enemy is like dead. If the enemy's dead, then we go and attack the full base. If we haven't seen the enemy, then we're going to now try to sneak around the enemy. But you know what though? This might be specific to, these conditions might be specific to so it's like, so what if I say, I could just go, if, oh wait, not self-death command and combat time started, and then I could just also go like, this is a little, let's go. And then say map equals self.map equals, this is for PM. So let's go equals PM. Oh no, what's happening here? Equals PM. So yeah, this is only when PM is. Okay, and then we're like, same thing for this. And then we'll say, okay, if that and this is on the PM app, then do this. Not the cleanest logic, but it works. Okay. Now we've set it to, what's this doing here? Set a better target. This probably can be like deleted. You know what? I'm not gonna do that because I don't know. I actually don't know what it's doing. So this could be deleted though. It doesn't like it's. Okay, actually I can delete this. That I can delete. Okay, so far so good. We should now see if it is going to listen. Let's see. Let's poetry run. Okay. So poetry run, let's see. All right. So meanwhile, while this goes, exclamation mark join. Okay, if you want to work with me to help work on a project, a bot project, and you want just essentially to have some motivation to work on coding alongside myself and others, exclamation mark join. We have at the end of the month post bots where you can show and tell what you've been working on. Oh, uh-oh. What's going on here? What's going on? Uh-oh. There's a bot. So I didn't fix it. So I thought I fixed the Skippy thing, but I did not. So that's unfortunate. Okay, well that's fine. I'm not gonna fuddle around with it today. I'm not gonna keep screwing around. I'm just gonna keep going, and we're just gonna assume that once it's, is it still the Skippy? Do we see Skippy on here? I might just like end up just deleting my entire. Okay, I won't worry about it too much because I think it is Skippy. I'm gonna actually take some time at some point and just like wipe my entire environment clean and start from scratch, but not this moment and not during the stream. My brain just paused for a second. Sorry, I got a weird message. Then, okay, so let's try again. Let's try again. Let's try it. Let's send it again and see what happens. Okay, anyways, as I was saying, exclamation mark join. Join up in the membership if you want to work alongside me to get yourself up and running with a bot project, an AI bot project. No need to do it alone. There are tons of free resources out there, so you have no need. You don't actually, if you actually want to work on your own, there's a ton of free resources. But if you want to work alongside, there are two things I'm working on. Obviously, we have here, which is assembly. We can work alongside if you don't want to start a project on your own. Oh, there he goes. And then I'm going to be working on code review if you want to show off some of the code you're working on. And then at the end of the month, we have postbots. Okay, let's see what you guys are going to do. You're going to move up. Are you gonna move up? Oh, it broke. Path group required, missing 2 positional targets. Start and grid. Okay, so that's not fully. Path group to target is missing. We actually should make sure. Did we import path? Did we import path group? We did. Okay, so that's good. So the conditions went off though, which is good. Even though I don't see where they went off, I feel confident that they did go off. Circle around attack PM. Should circle around, starting on the right PM, circle around attack PM. Okay. So we need to do path group to target. We're missing a couple of conditions. Did we not pass in a grid? Where's the grid? So grid equals grid. And we need to pass this grid too. So grid equals grid. So now it knows where it's walking. Let's make sure we have a grid. And what else do we need to have in here? I don't remember there being a starting point. That's new. So we need to pass path group missing 2 required positional parts, start and grid. So we got the grid. So we need like start. Can we? Unit 0 position is not the right spot. That's not correct. Can I give it melee tags? Squad position. Can I just give it squad position? Can I just go like squad position? Would that work if I just gave you the starting point as the squad's position? And then let's say same thing here. Let's say start squad position. Squad position equals da 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 da. I mean, that should work. Let's check it out. Okay, so yeah, there's a ton of free resources there if you want to code a bot on your own, and you can 100% do it in the SC2 AI Discord too. But my hope is that we can do, like, it can be a little daunting and it can also be a little lonely to do coding on your own. So if you want to do some group coding stuff, I'm hoping to do some code reviews. Will be the next group event we do. This bot has broken, obviously. It is broken again. Code reviews where we go over the code of what you're working on and get you unstuck. That's next on the list. Oh, is it not gonna close? Okay, now it closed. Or no, now it won't close. Uh-oh. Close? Whatever, I guess it closed on its own. Try again. So, yeah. Exclamation mark join. Join up. get the support you need to put together your AI bot project. Okay. Okay, we're moving again. And then they set up. I actually don't like how this guy is in front like that. He shouldn't be doing that. Okay. Looks like they work. Okay, so that works. Now we just have to give it a coordinate, and that should do what it's supposed to do. Now you may ask yourself, and I'm certainly going to ask myself, which coordinate do we do? And how do we know which coordinate to put ourselves from? Well, evidently, my good Watson, what we will say is the coordinate will be approximately above, I'm going to say it's going to be above the enemy's pylon. So whatever we do, when we say full attack, what do we say? When we say to the enemy, we go full attack, we say the enemy's start location. So what if we said to the enemy start location minus whatever it is to go up? So let's say, what's the highest in the top corner of the map? So let's say, so this actually will be, so the targets will be self dot enemy start location 0 minus or plus? What do you want to do? Do you want to say minus? Will it be minus or will it be plus? X, Y. X, Y. So it's the Y. We want to go up on the Y, and that will be plus? Yes, Y to go up. That is correct. It is Y to go up. So we want to actually go plus. We want to go plus. Let's say plus 5. Let's go plus 5 to start. And let's do the same thing here. And if we are lucky, we will at least be able to see. It should take us a little bit above the enemy start location. Now, if it has done what it should... Oh, no. Oh, no, I forgot to set the enemy start location. Okay, well, we'll go off of whatever the... Is it the melee? Who's getting that first? Yeah, so the zealots are getting it. So we'll just go off what the zealots go, and then we'll use that as our kind of our baseline, and then we'll decide from there. Whatever the melee choose. Oh, that is the wrong video. There we go. All right, where are these guys gonna go now? Are you gonna go up? Are you gonna go up? Are you gonna go up like I asked you to? No, you're gonna do... Where did you go? And why did you go there? Well, that got you killed. But what are you guys doing? Okay, that doesn't quite work as I wanted it to do. Okay. Let's try some other coordinates. Dog Tato, why are you not in here with me? Dog Tato. Okay. Let's say self dot enemy start location. Whoops. Control Z. It's okay. What happened here? Why are you not lighting up? Oh, I see. Oh my god. Self dot enemy start location. 0 is bottom left in the game world. It's top left in HTML world. Might be top left 0 0. Do you think it would be just so simple? I don't know. I thought 0 0 maybe. Okay, let's try. I mean, let's try just 0 0. So let's just say 0.2. Shift. Oh, that's just it. Let's see what happens. I mean, we really don't. I don't have to choose both of these, but. Alright guys, actually we're going to be coming to an end very shortly. Actually I should have came to an end. Alright, we'll be coming to an end shortly after this. Let's see if we can get this up in the top right hand corner. If we get this up to the top corner, we'll call it an end. If not, we'll just give it a little bit more, a few minutes until we can guess the correct spot. Where is our bot going? Let's see where it takes us. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's where it wants to go. And then these guys are doing something else. It's a little weird. Why did that not work? Circle around to attack now, PM. Yeah, this is the right one. What do we want to do? Okay, we still want to do this. We want it to be based off of the enemy's start location. I'm still going to do that. And I'm going to say, I'm going to plus 10. If the center's 34, 34, and the map is like 60 something, maybe it's like plus 30? Not 130. Plus 30. Plus 30. Let's just say plus 30. I might actually be out of bounds from the map. Can we then actually, can you do this? Can I do like plus 30.2 and then like minus 0.2 on the X? Can I go like minus 7? Is this a thing? Like, can you do this? I've never tried this. I don't see why I couldn't do this, but like functionally in my mind, this should work. I think, oh, offset. Maybe you're right, it's offset, but that offset needs to be a new point. Seems like it isn't using the position. I think the method is offset. I don't know how to make a new point to supply to something. Is it offset? Is it offset? Oh my god. Maybe let me ask this bot. Can I actually go like what if I went like this? And then I went like this. And then I say offset the enemy. No, I feel like we can do this. We did this with the other, hold on. We did this earlier. Hold on. We did this earlier with the, like, yeah, we did this. Oh, but we just did it like plus. So yeah, didn't we just did this, no? And that worked. Why wouldn't it work here? We just added it. It should be fine. Well, it should be fine, but it's obviously not fine. Yeah, let's just sum. Let's keep going with the sum. Yeah, it's the same. It should just work the same. And let's just play around with this for a sec. Okay, let's see what happens. $30 seconds. I don't think it's past. It's maybe. Okay, let's print. You know what? Let's get it to print. What? Yeah, something's wrong. Is this not? Maybe we'll add a print. We'll add a print. Let's see what's going on. Let's print out what's happening here. Let's see. Print self.current target. Print oh, that's not correct. Hold on. What is that? Weird. Sorry, I just heard a weird sound. Print bracket. Then print. I'm actually really hungry. I just realized it. Okay. That means, you know that means, guys, we're going to come to an end. Let's see where we are. I don't think the unit is using current target, or it would have gone somewhere else. Yeah, I don't think it's using it either. I should have printed it actually inside the, I know where I should have printed it. I should have printed it inside the actual command to make sure they're receiving in the command. That's what I should have done. Okay, I can do that now since this did not run. Okay, please close. FN Alt F4. Okay, are we not closing? Is that we're not doing that now? Is that where we're at? That's a little alarming. There we go. Okay, so self, don't print this. Sorry, that's not what I want you to print. Okay, and then we want to go down to control attackers. Self-control attackers. And then I want you to print current target range. So then can you, well, in here, can we just print the current target? Print self dot current target range, and then wait a minute. How am I setting these targets again? Am I not passing it in? Hold on, is this right? Set. It's like set target. I can't remember. Where do I put this again? Full attack. Oh, it's control of the full targets. So I do, okay, so self-duck. Okay, so hold on. So we are doing, so self-duck current target is, okay, Okay, we are setting this up. Okay, so then we go attacker. Control attackers. In control attackers. Now inside control attackers, it is, what are we looking at here? Okay. Current target range. Self.current target range, print self.target ranged. And then we're gonna go in melee, and then we're gonna go like, okay, print. Print self.current target. And that should, if it is doing this, should give us let us know what's going on. Okay, come now. Let's see. Yeah, that's weird. So what is it doing then? That's weird. It's just like, okay. 3.25, 28.5. 2.25, 28.5. Are these both the same? Oh yes, they're supposed to be the same. But it's getting to the position then. Why is it not passing it? Maybe I'm using... maybe I'm using path to group to target incorrectly. Maybe that's what's happening. I'm using this incorrectly. Oh, I figured it out. I know what's wrong. I forgot to register the behavior. That's why it's not working. I didn't register the behavior. Now it will work. Now it will work. I forgot to register the behavior. Now it's gonna work. Now it's gonna work. Now it's gonna work. Now that we register the behavior, it should work. I don't know where it's going to take itself, but I think once we see it's working, okay, they line up. Look at these guys lining up properly. Look at you boys. All right, and then now we're going to go do what? Okay. All right, all right. Oh, it worked. Look at that. Look at these boys go. Yeah. Look at these boys go. Oh my God. Oh, shit. Well, that was cool. It worked pretty damn well. Not gonna lie. Yeah, that's cool. Oh snap, my boys. Look at that. Look at the boys go! Oh my god, look at the boys go! Yeah! Oh, look at the boys go! Oh my gosh, my boys, they're killing it. They went around. That was actually pretty damn cool. So, I'm gonna leave out on a high because that was actually cool. They actually went and pathed themselves around and then went up there. It still needs some tweaking because it needs to, like, I need to change the sensitivity so that they will, I need to change the sensitivity a bit, but overall, that worked out pretty freaking good. Let's leave some notes for ourselves for the next time. Let's get rid of the other to-do. So let's say, let's check the other to-do. What's this? To-do changes to how close the scout goes. That's not actually. I need to check the Terran matchups. Change sensitivity how close the scout gets. I don't know if we're using the scout right now. Okay, I thought I left myself a to-do, but I guess that's not the case. So let's put a little to-do in the in this area here that says, what do you want to say? You want to say, like, let's say to-do adjust. We want to actually adjust we want to adjust success at distance. We want to adjust the sense danger. So we want to adjust the sense danger. We want to. Do we want to add smoothing? Distance check squared. I don't know what that is. We want to check the danger distance. So we want to check the sense danger distance. We want to increase it. Increase danger distance. And then we'll maybe smoothing. I don't know if we're doing smooth. I know smoothing. I think is for air. And I think that should be what we want to do. We just kind of want them to be. They got really close to the enemy, and I want them to actually not get that close to the enemy when they're doing their pathing around. And then we want to increase success. Increase success threshold. Increase success threshold. So yeah, we just need to do that so that the units will, like, we just don't want them to get too afraid of their enemies. We want them to kind of get there, disengage once they've gotten, they essentially want to pull the enemy away. So let's do, like, just essentially we want to just catch the enemy off guard and pull them into a place where we're going to be more successful. So let's also do that here as a to-do. And yeah, that was pretty bumping. Pretty bumping. So let's push these up. Refactors target selection and add debug prints. That's not what we did, but let's. We did refactor the target selection. Actually, that is what we did. I mean, more or less. That is not what we did for this though. This was. Okay, so this is. We'll commit that. And then this was turn on defense bot, defense dummy bot. All right. Okay. All right. Just pause the music for a sec. Okay, everybody. We had a good day today. And so next week we'll be back at 5:30 p.m. Eastern, or at least as close as I can get to it. I'll be back at my regular setup, and I hopefully will be able to manage a lot more things going on while I'm on my regular setup. So yeah, if you want to get help working on your bot, exclamation mark join. Now, this means by help, you're going to have to be working on yourself, building your own bot, but we're going to be doing group events that will help. We have a show and tell to show on what you're working on. I'm going to be getting the bot clinic started up. And then obviously we have assembly if you want to come here and work on a bot side by side. Exclamation mark join. And yes, perfect. And then obviously ProBots get started. If you're in ProBots and you're waiting, you'll be getting an email shortly to get yourself set up for ProBots. That's coming soon, soon, soon. Okay, and other than that, I hope you guys have had a good week. And yeah, this was a good session. It's a good session. We made it through. All right, everybody. I will see you next week. I'm going to eat. Until next time, happy coding.